All right, I like it. I do like you guys, and I like Gen Z. I believed in Gen Z, okay? Didn't we believe in them? Yeah, up until 4 years ago, right? Right around the time when Gen Z decided to rename black people. You remember this? Yeah, no, now we look nervous. She's like, where are we going with this, right? They came up with the word BIPOC. We heard this word before? Yeah, no, okay. If you don't know, it stands for Black Indigenous People of Color, which a really great term. It's just that nobody bothered to tell black people, okay? Which you gotta warn someone about, right? Because it's very confusing. Like the very first time that someone referred to me as BIPOC, I was like, oh no, sorry, I'm straight, you know? It's weird. Like I don't know what's right or what's wrong anymore, which is good. Progress is good. Again, we look nervous, right? Like truly, okay, I'm a millennial, so I can't keep up. Like recently, all right, I was talking to a girl who is much younger than me. During the conversation, I used a phrase which I have used 1,000,000 times in my life before, okay? And that phrase is, that's ghetto, okay? I have said that with reckless abandon, all right? No idea it was a swear word, okay? This girl stopped me middle of the conversation. She was like, just so you know, you're no longer allowed to say that's ghetto. You cannot say that's ghetto. She did the finger and everything, so you know it's serious, okay? She was like, you cannot say that's ghetto, which I have no idea why, all right? I'm sure there's like a very good reason. It's just it was a white woman who told me. I could not hear her over the Audacity. I was like, I don't think you're allowed to say that to me. Also, white women, I love you guys. There's a lot of you here, maybe too many. Let's start branching out, ladies. You guys do look afraid of me, but that's okay, all right? We'll learn to love each other, right? I love talking about age. I just want to say that, okay? Nobody else likes talking about age. Like, here's the thing, I just turned 30. We got any 30 plus people here? Yeah. I like my 30s. I genuinely had no idea how like the younger generation viewed being 30 plus. Did we know? Yeah. I didn't know, okay, until I was scrolling through TikTok, which I'm still on there, by the way. That's very brave of me, right? I was scrolling through and I came across this TikTok from this like 16-year-old girl, right? And she did it like it was a conspiracy theory TikTok. It was like dark music and like ominous lighting. And I was like, ooh, she figured out who killed JFK, right? There's no Gen Z here, so we all know who JFK, yeah? Okay, cool. Sometimes they're like, it's an airport, right? And that is correct, okay? Nobody thought she figured something out. And then she opens her mouth, right? This 16-year-old girl, and she goes, celebrities you won't believe are in their 30s. Yeah, I was like, I didn't love the hard R, okay? Then I was like, all right, who could she possibly name that I would not know, right? She was like, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Morgan Freeman, probably. Yeah, it was like, that man hasn't been 30 since he was 5, okay? People get weird about age. I don't. I like talking about it, but a lot of my friends freaked out about turning 30. A few of us are 30 now. Is anyone freshly 30 at all? Yeah, no, yeah. It is a very defining age, right? I love that you looked at your friend. You're like, should we tell her? We are. Okay. Are you freshly? Were you nervous about it? Very. Oh, you sounded terrified. You said that kind of very, okay? A lot of my friends panicked about it. Yeah, one of my best friends in the world, she turned 29 recently, okay? She freaked out. She wasn't even 30, she was 29, okay? So I texted her on her 29th birthday, just like cheer her up. I was like, oh my gosh, like last year of your 20s, the best is yet to come. And she texted me back and said, I really hope so, because almost 30 years of life and I have nothing to show for it. I know. I was like, you're a mom. Yeah, those kids are going to have some trauma, you know? Now my kid's not my problem, right? Okay, here's why. I think the reason that people get weird about 32 is because if you think about it, there's not really like a lot of information, especially in like pop culture, for what it looks like to be a woman, especially in your 30s, right? Like every movie is either like you're 21 and coming of age, or you're like 70 and reinventing yourself, right? Yeah, there's like one movie about a woman who's 30, but they had to make her 13 first. Okay? They were like, let's start her in middle school, work our way up, right? It is, people get strange about it. I love it. Whatever age you are, you should enjoy it, okay? Woo it up again if you are in your 20s. Yeah. Just these 3 sad men. Cool. All right. They were like, let's go for the 20s, okay? Enjoy this time. You get to be a weirdo in your 20s, right? Like, you get to be so weird. And I learned why. Okay, did we know this? That they actually refer to the entire decade of your 20s as your rocket years? Have you heard that before? Yeah, they call your 20s your rocket years, right? Because it's the decade that's supposed to launch you into the rest of your life. I know, I'm looking back at my 20s like, Houston, we have a problem. It is launching you into the rest of your life. I enjoy this time, truly. You do get to be like really naive in your 20s. I know that for a very weird reason, okay? Which is that I was talking to a friend of mine recently. Like, has anyone talked to a 20-year-old recently? Yeah, no, all the men look very nervous. Like to find talk to, right? I was talking to a 20-year-old friend of mine. I asked her what I thought was a very simple question on the surface, which is, what did you do this weekend? Okay. Yeah, she told me that she went to a wedding-themed party. Yeah, not a wedding theme party. I was like, I'm in my 30s, that's cultural appropriation. Has anyone ever been to a wedding theme party before? Yeah. I had never even heard of a wedding theme party. I was like, what is a wedding theme party, right? She was like, oh, well, I had a friend who got engaged. I was like, that's called an engagement party. She was like, no, like wedding themed engagement, what's the difference? I was like, okay, well, there's a big difference, okay? Because one is an engagement party, right? And the other is a cry for help. Because I am a 30-year-old. If I threw myself a wedding themed party, my friends would throw me a party-themed intervention. Would not work out full circle for me, right? I love it. I always love talking about age. I like getting older. I really do. My only qualm with getting older is I use words like qualm now. And also, I'm still single. We got any single people in the house? Yeah, there we go. Any married people? Oh, that got weird. That was spoken like a real married person, too. You just said it like, don't talk to me, but yeah, okay? You were like, I'm here, but my wife does not want me to engage with you. Okay? I love it. What are the rest of you, undecided? Yeah? I love it. I do like talking to married people about dating advice, especially single people. Have we ever asked married people for dating advice? Yeah, no. Oh, you should. They're so bad at it. Okay? Which is good. I want to be clear. Whoever said yes, all right, you should be bad at dating advice. If you are married and your spouse is giving out good dating advice, they are cheating, okay? That is just a fact. I always love to ask one of my best friends for married advice because she married her 6th grade sweetheart, okay? Yeah, anyone not in the 6th grade, you look scared. He was like, is that legal? What's happening? After college, but she married her 6th grade sweetheart. Anyone get married to somebody they knew super young? Yeah, no, nobody believed in love at an early age. Cool. Here's the thing, yeah, her 6th grade. I asked her recently, I was like, what's your tip for finding love, right? She tells me, she goes, oh, Vannessa, it'll happen when you least expect it. I was like, you found your husband in the 6th grade. Like, you weren't even expecting your period.